Hello Oilers fans, Austin here, and welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is a bit more fun. It's not focused on the news over the past couple of weeks. It's not focused on any kind of discourse surrounding the team. It's not focused on the PTO rumors that have been going around. This is strictly a fun, bold prediction video. Every single year in the NHL, there are things that happen that nobody can predict, and these are going to be my bold predictions. And I also want to know what your bold predictions are for the Edmonton Oilers this season. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 major bold predictions that I have regarding certain players or the team. And then, of course, I'll have some honorable mentions as well. And if you end up enjoying today's video and you want to see more videos like it, make sure you hit that like button. If you end up really liking it, make sure to subscribe. We are getting pretty close to 4,000 subscribers, and we are well on the way to having a terrific year on the channel. I cannot wait. I appreciate all of your support lately. It means a lot. Now, let's jump into the bold predictions of the 2024-25 season for your Edmonton Oilers. Starting off at number 1, Zach Hyman will only score 30 goals. Yes, Zach Hyman is coming off a season where he scored 54 goals, and obviously nobody could have predicted that he would score 50 at all. He only had 23 assists, and he had an unbelievable season last year, but, you know, he's 32 now. I don't foresee him being able to sustain an 18% shooting percentage. That is way above his career normal of about 12%. He's going to regress, but he's going to regress like fairly heavily. And I think he's only going to hit the 30 goal mark. He might score a couple more. He might score a couple less, but I think 30 is kind of like his limit for this season. And it's not because I don't think he can't score 40 again. I definitely don't think he can score 50 again, though. It's because there's a lot of offense on this team now. They picked up Jeff Skinner. They picked up Victor Arvidsson. If Evander Kane can remain sort of healthy, they still have Draisaitl. They still have McDavid. There's a lot of offensive firepower on this team, and there's only so many goals that can be spread around those players, and these are very skilled players. Edmonton's top 6 might be the best in the entire league. So Hyman, they're not going to be relying on him as much for the goals, especially on the power play, because they have Skinner and Arvidsson that they're going to want to get some power play time, and Evander Kane as well. There's only so much goal scoring to go around. I think Hyman will only score 30 goals, and it's not going to be a disappointing season, though. Zach Hyman, obviously, 30-goal season would still be very good, but I think he is going to drop pretty heavily from that 54-goal mark. Now, coming in at number 2, my second bold prediction of the season, Stuart Skinner will finish top 5 in goals against average and save percentage. And I should have mentioned as well, I think he'll also finish top 5 in goals saved above expected. I think Stuart Skinner is going to put together a terrific season. You could tell that during the playoffs, as they progressed, you know, early games 1 to 3 in the postseason, he just seemed to, it's like he was trying to figure things out, but then games 4 to 7 in every series, he absolutely locked it down when he had to. And I think Stuart Skinner, this is going to be his 3rd year as a pro at the NHL level. I think he's going to hit that level of maturity, and he's going to hit that level where he truly believes in himself. The team believes in him. And the team in front of him is going to be playing very well. They're going to be playing a lot more disciplined and structured than they usually are. Chris Knobloch, he has a good system in place here. And if they continue to play like they did in the postseason, the Oilers weren't giving up a whole lot of goals. They played pretty defensively sound for the most part. I think you're going to see Stuart Skinner have a terrific year, top 5 in goals against average and save percentage. And don't be surprised if you possibly see him in the Vezina conversation. But that is not part of my bold predictions. I do not think he will be a Vezina finalist. However, it could happen. You never know. Let's move on to the 3rd bold prediction of the year. For me, Leon Draisaitl will not hit 100 points this season. Leon Draisaitl, he had 128 points in the 2022-23 season, and then last year he dropped down to 106 points, and I think he's actually going to dip a little bit below that 100-point plateau. He's going to end up signing that big contract. As of the recording of this video, he has not signed an extension. He will have signed the extension, and fans may look at this as disappointing because of how much money he's going to be making. However, as I mentioned earlier in this video, there's only so much offense to go around with the amount of skill that is on this team in that top 6. And Leon Draisaitl, there's not as much pressure for him to be the guy to produce, to score the goals. He's not going to be a 50-goal scorer this season. He's not going to score 100 points. He will be focused on dishing the puck, finding Skinner, finding Arvidsson, and I think he'll finish just below 100 points. I'm going to say like 98 points is where he's going to finish, and it's not because I don't think he can't hit 100 points. I just think because of the spreading of the goals and offense on this team. Draisaitl, he's not going to be getting 24 minutes a night. He's going to be like super focused on that second line. He's going to be playing 18 to 20 minutes a night. Obviously, he gets the power play time, but he's not going to hit 100 points this year, and that's not a disappointing thing. That just shows, and that just means that the team has a lot of depth right now. And honestly, I consider that a positive thing in terms of the team performance, not because I don't want Draisaitl to hit 100 points. Now, my fourth bold prediction of the year, Matthew Savoie will make the team out of training camp. After losing Dylan Holloway to a offer sheet to the St. Louis Blues, the Oilers' bottom six is really missing some speed, some youth, and some skill. And I think Matthew Savoie is going to come into training camp. I think he's going to blow the wheels off of not only the coaching staff, but he's going to blow the wheels off a lot of the fans as well. And I think he's going to make the team right out of camp. Now, whether he sticks as a full-time regular in the lineup, that remains to be seen. But if Evander Kane is not ready to go, if he's not 100% and they need him to sit out for a little bit, that also opens up another spot for a player to make the team out of camp. And I think Matthew Savoie, he has the skill to do it, and I think he's going to put it together. I think he's going to showcase why he was very sought after, and why a lot of fans who know a lot about him, who have been watching him since junior, are very excited about Matthew Savoie. Don't be surprised if he makes the team out of camp, and don't be surprised if he ends up being a regular contributor on this team as well. Matthew Savoie, look for him during training camp. It's going to be a lot of fun watching him. And my fifth bold prediction. Now, before I get to this one, this is the biggest one, and this is the one where I think a lot of people are going to just like rage in the comments. But again, like I mentioned, this is a fun video. I'm going to go over some honorable mentions first. And at this point in the video as well, I want you to let me know what your 5 bold predictions are before I list number 5 here. So my honorable mentions. Connor McDavid will win 0 regular season awards. No Art Ross, no Hart, no Ted Lindsay, no Rocket Richard. Connor McDavid, his sole focus is on getting this team a Stanley Cup, and he will win 0 regular season awards. Now, I didn't mention the playoffs, because if this team really does put it together, and if McDavid pulls this team with him, along with the rest of the leadership group, obviously there are other awards that are available that I won't mention because I don't want to jinx anything, but I don't think that he wins any regular season awards this year. And I don't think any Oiler will actually win any regular season awards except for one. There's one Oiler, and you might be trying to guess it right now, but we'll get to that. Connor Brown, he will score 15 plus goals this season. That shooting percentage is going to rebound. He's going to come into camp, and he's going to be feeling good about himself after his playoff performance, especially on the penalty kill. Don't be surprised if you see him score 3 or 4, maybe even 5 shorthanded goals this season, and don't be surprised to see him score 15 goals. He is going to get back to a level that he's played at before in the bottom 6. He'll probably be on the third line quite a lot during the regular season, and he will be pushing that 20-goal mark that he's done before. He's not going to hit it, but 15 goals for Connor Brown will be a very good thing. That'll be a very successful season for him. And the Nugent Hopkins will finish with less than 60 points this season. Nugent Hopkins, he had that really terrific year in 2022-23. He had 104 points, but before that, his career high was 69 points. This past season, he had 67. I think he's going to continue to dip just a little bit. He will be turning 32 this season. And, you know, father time, it's not always kind to everybody. The way Nugent Hopkins plays, he has a lot more sustainable offensive upside. But because of the amount of offense on this team, he's not relied on as the guy to put up points. He is kind of relied on to be that two-way, defensively responsible winger on McDavid's line, on the top line, and he'll probably get a lot of time with Draisaitl too. You might see Skinner or Arvidsson move up to the top line. You might see Nuge down to the second line with Draisaitl. But Nugent Hopkins, I think he's going to finish with less than 60 points. Again, that's not a bad thing, and that's not me saying that I think Nugent Hopkins is going to struggle this year. There's just so much offense to go around on the team right now that, you know, there's only so many goals that can go around, and Nugent Hopkins, his focus will be on being a defensively responsible player and allowing McDavid and Hyman and Draisaitl and those guys to put up more of the points. But with all, that out of the way, let's get to my number 5 bold prediction. This is my biggest bold prediction, and this one, it's going to make a lot of people, you're all going to be riled up. But my 5th bold prediction is Evan Bouchard is going to win the Norris Trophy. Yes, Evan Bouchard is going to put it all together. He's going to score 30 goals this year. He's going to put up 100 points, and he's going to win the Norris Trophy. Just you wait and see. I'm telling you, Evan Bouchard, he's going to win the Norris. And I'm not saying this as yes, I'm kind of joking, but I'm also not. I really do think, and I really do believe that Evan Bouchard will be a Norris candidate, and I really do think that he will be in the conversation. And if everything goes well for Edmonton, if Bouchard continues to put up the points on the power play, a historically good power play, and he continues to produce at 5-on-5 the way he did last year, don't be surprised to see Evan Bouchard in the Norris conversation, and don't be surprised if he wins the thing. I feel like he is going to be the only Oiler that wins an individual award this season. The big guns, McDavid and Draisaitl, their focus is on the bigger prize in the postseason. Evan Bouchard, though, that is my boldest prediction of the year. He'll win the Norris. What did you think about today's video? What are your bold predictions for the Edmonton Oilers in the 2024-25 season? Make sure you let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and tell someone that you love them. We'll see you soon, Oil Country. Take care.